Welcome back to the Biblically Inspired Life. I'm coming to you from Eilat, Israel, which is at the southern tip of the country. On one side of the city is Jordan, on the other side is Egypt, and just down the coast a few miles is Saudi Arabia. It's 104 degrees Fahrenheit here today, which is about 41 or 2 degrees Celsius, and I'm so glad that you've joined me for this very special video. First of all, I would like to dedicate this video to Patsy Akridge and Liz Slazenger. Both of these wonderful ladies passed away in the past couple of months, and I wanted to share with you a little bit about their lives and how their deaths have impacted me of late. We were in Dublin for our conference, which Liz and her husband John had put together. By the time we got there, Liz was already in the hospital with the diagnosis of cancer. It was not expected for her to pass away so suddenly, but right after the conference completed, Baruch and I went and visited her in the hospital around 7 o'clock in the evening, and the next morning, around 1 o'clock in the morning, Liz passed away. Now, I do have on my phone a couple of very interesting things that I had written down after meeting with Liz. It says, Liz was most concerned that God be glorified through this difficult time, and that people's faith would be strengthened no matter what, and that if she was not healed, that people's faith would not be shaken. And I also wrote, her clarity is something for we who are healthy to pray for while we are healthy. And the clarity that she had was this: the time is short. Our lives here on earth, even if we live to an old age, are relatively brief in the scheme of things, and we have much work to do. Recently, I met with our oldest daughter in Tel Aviv, where she lives. She has done work for some nonprofit organizations with her specialty, and she has a very influential job in Tel Aviv. And one of the things that we discussed was just how overwhelming the needs of the world are. Whether it's the spiritual needs or the physical needs, it's overwhelming if we think about everything, and it can really paralyze us and make us doubt that we can have an impact in the world. But I'm here today to say, don't be paralyzed by the overwhelming needs that are before us. Each person that you encounter has a potential need which perhaps you can fill. Just taking the time to speak to people in a gracious way, in a humble way, in a loving and encouraging way can be just what that person needs. Sharing your faith, living a life that is a good witness, those things are very critical. Just think, if you lead one person to the Lord, think of the impact that your life has made, that you have influenced someone to turn their life over to the Lord, and that they will be in eternity with us. What a wonderful feeling that would be. Also, there's so many physical needs, but there's maybe something you can do. Maybe you know of a family in your area that needs help. Maybe that you want to donate to a specific cause that can help. Each life that is impacted is important, and it makes a difference. And I want to encourage each of you to not take lightly the impact that you can make, and also to not be overwhelmed by the needs that are there. If you would live an authentic life, a life dedicated to the Lord, and being a good witness and being a light in this world, you can make a big impact. And I want to remind you that of my friends Liz and Patsy. Patsy was a very successful woman, entrepreneur. She had a great life insurance or insurance business, and she impacted a lot of young people in the African American community where she lived. She was a mentor to them. She made a great impact in their lives, and she was also very outspoken about her faith in the Lord and did reach out to many people in regard to that. And the same with Liz. Liz had a heart for the Lord, and she used what platform she had to reach out with sound Bible teaching and encouraging people to draw closer to the Lord. And as I read to you from my phone, even in her death, she was not thinking about herself. She was thinking about that this would be a positive impact on people's lives, and that it would not be something that would shake their faith, but would strengthen their faith. So just with these thoughts in mind today, I wanted to encourage you, wherever you are in your life, in your geographical area, you can make an impact in other people's lives. So remember Patsy and Liz, and go out there, the time is short, and be a positive influence for the Lord. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.